Tomorrow, Man City is hosting Arsenal at the Etihad Stadium in what we call the fourth round of the FA Cup. Man City looks strong. They look like they've found their grip and they're really running up and down and their momentum is really good. But even Arsenal, it's the best informed team in the league. That's it. They're signing in players. Trossard is in, Jacob Kuya in, and obviously we expect to see the best of the game coming in through between Mikel Arteta and his former boss, that is Pep Guardiola at Man City. Welcome to Rokani Media Football. How are you guys and where are you watching us from? Smash the like button, comment and share. And if you're totally watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Now, as things stand right now, it looks like a team called Man City is really gearing up for this game. They just want to really put Arsenal to the sword. But even Arsenal is not an easy nut to crack because they're really having a very good season. And Mikel Arteta is ready to really put this to Pep Guardiola. Having described him as the best manager in the world, talking about Man City as the best team in the world, and how do you call a team the best in the world when it is not the holder of the Champions League? Because Man City were beaten by Real Madrid in the semi-final, knocked out in the semi-final by Real Madrid, meaning that Real Madrid, as per the Champions League, they are the best team in the world. Now, if at all Man City happens to win it this year, then they will be the best team in the world. So Mikel Arteta just wanted to go ahead and really praise his former boss to show to it that he's really okay with him. But trust me, the moment it gets tough, you're going to see Arteta fighting for Arsenal and Pep Guardiola fighting for City. So let's get into the predicted starting 11 that maybe Mikel Arteta is thinking of, not Mikel Arteta, Pep Guardiola thinking of bringing in this game that is going to be played tomorrow. Now, for Arsenal and Mikel Arteta, we've already done it. You've seen the preview, general preview, but this is something concerning the predicted starting 11 of Man City that maybe Pep Guardiola is going to come on to bring and really face Arsenal. Is Julian Alves starting or Haaland? Is it Calvin Phillips or Rodri? Let's see what me and my team have really gone ahead to come up with. Smash the like button. Rokani David is my name, and let's get this started. Now, the system is as the same as that of Arsenal. He's playing a 4-3-3 system. That's it. 4 defenders, 3 midfielders, 3 forwards. That is the system of Pep Guardiola as far as Arsenal is concerned. And by the way, I was hinted about Pep Guardiola. Pep Guardiola has hinted about Mikel Arteta becoming his successor at Arsenal. At Man City, if at all he leaves. Though, he hinted on having extended his contract. That would be coming soon. So it looks like he was grooming a successor, but obviously the successor was really taken by Arsenal. And obviously, they are friends, but the field of play, it won't reflect. Now, let's go to the goalkeeping department. I believe Ederson is going to be rested and Ortega is going to come on through to play as the goalkeeper for Man City because Ederson has been really a good goalkeeper. But for these cup tournaments like the Carabao Cup, FA Cup, it has been Ortega coming in through to be the goalkeeper of Man City, meaning that Premier League and Champions League, it's always Ederson. So we expect Ortega to be in goal. Now, let's go to the right back position. John Stones has always been playing that right position this season because Kyle Walker looked like was ill, but Havertz back looked like he's off. If I told you watch that game of Southampton when they are beaten by 2 goals to nil at St. Mary's Stadium, you know what I'm talking about. Now, the immediate person to think about, if I don't not Kyle Walker, it's John Stones. But there is a youngster known as Lewis that is really on form, and I believe the manager would like to really play him in this game of football. If a match is really of a huge magnitude, but it being home, I believe Pep Guardiola has entrusted him with the necessary trust to really take on a side known as Arsenal. That is a player known as Lewis. And in my predicted 11, I told you that it's Trossard that is going to be facing or playing on the left side, meaning that it's with Trossard going to be facing this young man. Now, what the results are going to be, no one knows. But Lewis is really good. He cuts inside. You know, he's an opposite of Zinchenko on the right. That's it. So he's an opposite of Zinchenko on the right. That is Lewis for you. And let's go to the left back. I think it's going to be Cancelo. He's going to face Bukayo Saka this time around. So that's how I believe the 2 fullbacks of Man City are really going to look. Let's go to the central defense with Ruben Diaz away. Laporte struggling this season. I believe this is going to be the central defense of a team called Man City. It's going to be Nathan Ake playing on the left side of the central defense, and Manuel Akanji playing on the right side of the central defense. So Akanji has been really fundamental and strong into that defense of Man City, towering over lad, huge. He's like a giant and he's good on the ball. I first heard of Akanji's name when Ralph Rangnick was at Manchester United and put out his list of players he wanted to sign, and Akanji was one of those defenders that he was looking at. And United could have gotten him on the cheap, but the board really said no, that you're not the permanent manager. Like of Enzo Fernandez, Julian Alves, Conrad Lema, Haidara, Zakaria, almost all those players that I was talking about are into big clubs right now. Look at Enzo Fernandez. His price is at 120 million euros, yet he was available for 25 million euros from River Plate. Now, after that, let's go to the midfield. Let's go to the single pivot of the midfield three. Rodri versus Calvin Phillips. Calvin Phillips came on and really played some good minutes against Southampton, but he looked really rusty. And with the magnitude of this game, I don't see Mikel Arteta going in for him. I think he's going to maintain Rodri onto that position. Then we are going to have another midfielder known as Ika Gundogan playing that midfield. Then the other one is known as Kevin De Bruyne, that player who is really one of the best in the world. That is Kevin De Bruyne. So as things stand, that is the midfield three of a team called Man City, and I believe he's going to go strong, because when you see those three, that means has really gone strong. But he might come in with Bernardo Silva or Phil Foden, who is really returning from injury because he had a paining foot, but I think he's back to put himself into contention. Now let's go to the front three of a team called Man City. We start off with Riyad Mahrez, the most informed player at City. One will say Haaland, but Mahrez is really in form and is going to hit to score very many goals for Man City this season. And he has put in assists and a lot of work for a team known as City. So that is Riyad Mahrez playing on the right forward of the pitch. So Bernardo Silva, Phil Foden, one of those might be considered ahead of Mahrez, but I believe not taking chances this time round. Not taking chances for Man City because they need this win. If they win this game, they would have sent a message to Arsenal that we are really the biggest team in the Premier League. Though you are leading the table, but we are coming for you. And by the time they play them on 15, they would have really played on their mind. And their mindset would be like, all right, looks like we are not better than City. After all, even the manager of Arsenal proclaims that City is the best team in the world. So looks like we are not better than them. So it can be a psychological block for the players of Arsenal if at all they lose to Man City. And obviously, if at all Man City loses to Arsenal, it will be vice versa. So, thank you for watching in. I believe Mahrez is going to lead the right forward of the pitch. Then the other one I'm talking about is Jack Grealish. Jack Grealish is a very, very good player and has been really scoring in goals and finding in assists for a team known as City very, very recently. As things stand, I believe he's going to start as a left forward. Now, the most important position is who is going to lead the line for City. People will say Haaland, that's it. People will say Haaland to lead the line, but I believe this has been a tournament of Julian Alves, and I believe Haaland is going to be rested off the bench and will come on later as far as the game of football is concerned. But I believe Julian Alves is going to lead the line for Man City. So I believe that's going to be the starting 11 of City versus a side called Arsenal tomorrow. That game is happening tomorrow, and obviously we'll be here to bring you everything concerning this game of football. So guys, your thoughts are welcome to the predicted starting 11 of City. Who do you think is going to start and who do you think is going to torment Arsenal better? But when you look at that back line of City, they need to watch along a man who is on fire. That is Eddie Nketiah. He has scored 5 goals, and they 5. I think they are 6. 6 goals in his previous games has played for Arsenal. Then there is Trossard. To me, I believe Trossard is starting and is really deadly. And remember, when he was still at Brighton, he's the man who came in through and scored that only 1 goal for Brighton at Etihad when they were being beaten by City 3-1. That is Trossard, and now he's playing for Arsenal. I believe he's going to start and he's going to face Lewis, that youngster of Man City. Then Bukayo Saka, Cancelo, another big battle because for the game of United, Shaw contained him very well, but can Cancelo stop a player called Bukayo Saka this time around, because even Saka is in the direct form of his life. So we are waiting to see how everything is going to go on and really pan out in that game. But as I told you in the match preview, that if Arsenal really don't concede very many goals, they are winning this game of football. And this game is going to be won according to the defense of Arsenal, because Arsenal will score goals, Arsenal will score goals, City will score goals, but who is going to defend better? For City, they are looking porous and leaking in their central defense, but you never know what the Lord God might really bring out into the picture. So thank you very much for watching through. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, lower right bottom corner is the place to be. Smash the black button that has the word subscribe. After smashing it, hit the notification bell. That will enable you get notified every time I upload a video onto this channel. Rokani David is my name. Sign out for now. Coming back with the transfers as far as they're really going on right about now. I'm out.